YouTube, hello, welcome back to Final Fantasy 16. This one's going to be a bit of a shorter one. If you're interested in finding out the story, you'll have to check out the Twitch VOD because I'm not going to talk about it here on YouTube. But I appreciate y'all being here. We're going to be doing some side quests today. Going to be mostly just a side quest video again. Hope you all are enjoying the full playthrough this series. I'm trying to get to as close as 100% as I possibly can, and it's been a blast so far. I'm actually kind of bummed that we're coming to the end of it, but I am excited to move on to new things. If you're interested in checking those new things out, make sure you follow us here over on Twitch. Otherwise, hope you're enjoying the series. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more Final Fantasy 16 content, and we'll see you in a bit. YouTube, thanks for being here. Alrighty, so we gotta go to go say hi to Quentin, I think is the next thing. He was in Gauntlet Bales, I think. Which I think was in that area? Not trial and error. We're looking for Three's Company, right? Oh, yeah, here. Okay. Okay. I suppose I should probably update my title to be a little bit different than this one, huh? Let's do side quest or end game side quest. End game side quest. Day 18? That sounds right. Yeah, it's 18. It's 18. Alrighty. Hello there, Quentin.
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold.
True.
Go on then. Propose.
It's awfully forward. Buy me dinner first.
Come on, boy.
You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
Yeah, why might that be?
Asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying?
Damn.
That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
And he will later. Because there are side quests here to do. And we're going to finish them up first.
Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Oh, there's a treasure chest here? How long was that sitting there for? Hey, there he is.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
True.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered.
Why isn't Gav doing this
Clearly you have good
evaluation?
intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine curse breaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet. Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember,
Oubliette.
Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
All right, time to go save him. He's already doomed.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way.
La 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 la.
Impress me.
I hope everybody's week has started off well. Sorry for clearing my throat so much today. Boo. I had some coffee after dinner and my throat is dry. Good coffee though.
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it.
Oh, that's big.
Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Oh, it dodged it. Disrespectful. Oh, Joshua's here. We'll be fine. Oops. Oh, hey, it still remembers where my Dentetsuken meter is at. That's pretty cool.
Enough.
Goodbye. Got a dragon talon. Let's go.
Ember, are you?
Gone.
Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
Alrighty then. Back down we go. It won't be too dangerous, but just don't keep an eye on him. There's a fucking dragon here. Nice job. What a test. It's a wonder we don't have many scouts. Oh. Yay. There we go. Woof.
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Hey? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me?
Create a
to do?
distraction.
To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there in his air. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
I mean, technically, he followed all the rules.
This won't be an easy decision.
Hard to argue it.
A fortress?
I suppose I would accept it.
I would speak with this Duke.
Duke.
Your town needs you.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
Absolutely.
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison.
The
Put
Duke.
every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications.
Bet he can't even
The town
sing.
was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizen's watch to fill the void. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
Yes.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without you? Philippe told me he had men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine.
Oh.
It is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble.
True.
I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak.
It is that
You'll
girl.
forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to
Supercilious.
his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear He is not one to be swayed by reason. No. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle drastic?
A bit.
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people.
It's true.
He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him. By all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
You are your father's daughter.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch, but perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to seek him out.
Absolutely.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Well, don't worry, I'm recording it for YouTube.
Your town needs you.
I'm gonna hold that thought for now.
What does the dame have to say about all this?
So you are content to abandon the people? Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your help.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in fomenting rebellion.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people. Anyway, what brings you here?
I'm here to
A
help.
mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right, as always. In fact, you're just the man. We've had some reports, you see.
It's true.
Sightings of, you know what.
They're back.
Seems that way. All over, too. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing...
Right.
You know Grieger's Weep?
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings.
Sorry, I'm impatient tonight. Move on. Keep going. This way.
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Burn. Oh, second wave. Enough of the healing. Goodbye. Hey, what's left to heal now?
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me. You all right?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, there's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure.
Nope, I got it.
You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
This isn't good.
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople.
Oh, dear.
Stirring up ill feeling towards her father. She'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Yes, because I'm
Don't worry, I'm
the
not like
proven
you.
diplomat.
One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Never mind, he'll be fine. That character is not in this enough. That's a very good character. Deserves more screen time.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear.
And yet I'm the one fighting all the thralls.
She teeters on the brink. Without
Me.
their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin?
Like this.
Whoppa! Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street.
Tell him,
We
Isabel.
must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
We stab him, right? Like we stab him. Isabel won't even get a word out. Like, because he's already stabbed, right? Like, we stab him. Surely he doesn't call her a whore and we sit here and do nothing.
Corrupted. Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Brandit.
Clive.
Jealous, are you?
Clive.
That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griega.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
I got this.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun.
Dakota, welcome on in. Good to see you.
We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order.
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame? What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates, archers to the roof.
And
Quickly,
silver.
get on.
And white. So very white.
But she is but a common
Whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell.
What is this? Unreal 4? Whatever. The entire game has been full of color until this last section. This game has been absurdly vibrant.
The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Which means I have to help wherever they're at.
Rest assured, the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men...
They're showing that the world is dying is the point. It's an artistic direction.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise.
And I'll head to the north and take on the hundreds.
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I've fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you.
What even is that? What even is that?
It's when it's over.
How do you know that?
Till then,
Is a
madame.
question for you. Art History 101, and they talked about the framed sideways urinal. You're cultured. Gotcha. I'm sure it is. Lots of things are famous. And this game has been vibrant the entire time, but you said it's brown. Guess we're even.
So many of them. Not for long.
Come on in, boys. The water's fine. Look how many of them there are. Oh, no. About piss Christ, okay? I'll take your word for it.
Is it over?
No.
No. It's only just begun.
What up? It probably is, yes. It probably is. Oh, it moved. Wow. That's fucked up. Ratchet, welcome in. It's not Spider-Man. Good guess, though. Right, it's Fireman. It's the Human Torch. Super Fire Brothers. He won awards for that? Okay. Cool. Cool. Then use this to get behind him. It's dumber? Good. It's true. Ooh, 120 magic dash.
That looks to be the last of them.
Gotcha. Wonderful. Just the Polaroid.
Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Hey, come on, Torgal. Joshua isn't here. Just Torgal. I haven't watched it, to be honest. So, couldn't tell you. I heard people like it, though.
Clive, it's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear.
That's a lot of
Are you and
text.
your men fair?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it
That's
seems we've
crazy,
survived.
Devil.
For the time being, at least. I thank you both for
That's
answering
wild.
the call.
You were right.
$150,000.
About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel.
Yeah, but that,
You feel it yourself.
Our
stab him.
purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again. As did you, Sabine. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that. And I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father.
You are apologizing to the wrong
Never
person.
have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt. But my
I'm just an
anger
artist. Wow.
got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my
Cool.
dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you. To all of you.
Your Eminence, your ladyship, I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm.
Now get the fuck
And we may
out.
not achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Not you, I'm talking to the game.
Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today they
Hey, I told you, I'm very straightforward. If you ever cross the line, you will be the first to know. Well, second, because I'll know first.
Madam Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Yep, and now you didn't.
Saying so, milady. But you still do. The dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together.
Yeah, no.
And that goes for you.
I'm good. I've learned I've learned more about that person than I need to.
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sandbreck, but for
Respectfully? Respectfully, though? Fuck Sandbreck.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Can we get you anything?
Back to Isabel.
There's no need to worry any longer.
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'd be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm.
They do recommend a bit of numbers at the end of it, yeah.
It's a long story.
Devil's tangent.
I have all the time in the world.
I like to imagine it's like one of those little bells, like ding ding ding.
Very well. Long ago,
As you just like skip away.
crystalline dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those
Yeah, that's fair.
halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Vale that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now.
This feels like it's building towards something, these side quests.
Even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter.
Outside of providing some closure.
United in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always.
Nice. That a new level for us? Not quite. At the Vale signboard, another Roy Calcum. Nice. We need that. Alrighty. I think that was everything in Oriflamme, or Sambrec rather. We move on to the next area. I think there was a couple of things, yeah. A couple of things down here. No, I think there's still a couple more items that I need to get first. Hello.
Me back. Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, two, in fact.
No.
If it's within my power to help you, I will.
Never mind. Oh, the kids.
Children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe and provided for and loved. The Hideaway.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
Uh-oh.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned. And they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
Godspeed. I get the feeling he's not gonna leave. Call me crazy.
What's in it?
You have to listen to me. They're coming.
Why do they always have to make such a... What do you want?
Yeah, walkie-talkie is kind of a silly name, huh?
Pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic
Stabby
now,
crabby.
and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing.
I do
for
like
full-scale
floaty bloaty.
evacuation right away.
We should just call hippos that from now on.
And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps.
Why would he do
Not
that?
unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader.
Oh, good luck.
A great honor for one of his kind.
You are not the first
He might
to
well
attempt.
feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies
I meant
lie.
why would Lubor do that, not
Lubor
you.
cannot be trusted.
Besides, the
and
jokes that you
neither,
post in Lily's chat are
therefore,
generally funny.
Can you?
You may not trust me. But for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
Mm-hmm.
You're making a mistake.
That means we're gonna have to fight a Akashic.
If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
Right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Lord Ferda.
Sid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted. The bloody fools. Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Make sure you craft up something good.
Ferda! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor? I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Lubor is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
What are they gonna do?
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far away!
Just go on. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
Go on!
Just go.
Lubor.
Wait. Someone's coming.
Stop! You're hurting him!
Feed him to the Akashic.
What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that? Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty? Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
Damn. Getting told by kids.
But did Lubor ever complain?
Well? Does he ever stop smiling?
I don't actually know.
He keeps this whole place going! And you act like it doesn't even exist!
Lubo, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather around if you don't want to die.
Didn't need our help after all. Clive's kind of letting me down here.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of
I
operations.
think I remember where that's at.
Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. And they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalamil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalamil at all costs.
Dope.
Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything.
Nah, you're good. You're good, Devil. Have a good night.
Life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what.
Thanks for being here, buddy. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place of all?
Thank you,
I would
Lubar.
like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still there, and Dalamil will not be safe until it is eradicated root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Dope.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalamil.
Looks like everyone's ready.
Yeah, I couldn't go in there before.
I better not keep them waiting.
Ooh, look at that barricade. Look at them go.
Good girl.
Yeah! Good. Any man sighting an Akashic.
Oh yeah, look at that. Okay.
More beans?
Chels, thanks so much for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. For those who don't know me, my name is G Monday. You can call me G Monday, you can call me Gary, whichever you prefer. Currently playing through Final Fantasy 16, and we are at the end game at this point. We are doing some end game side quests. If you do not want spoilers, I totally understand. I appreciate y'all coming through with the raid. Thank y'all so much for being here. Hope you're having a great start to the week. If not, otherwise, welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good start to the week. Thank you for the mimes. I appreciate it. Chels, good to see you. Lundy, good to see you. Olfander, welcome on in. Green Arrow, welcome on in. How's everybody doing tonight? Chels, how was your stream? How's your stream?
There it is. The flood. But what's waiting for us inside?
Well, it looks like some creatures. Of course. Glad to hear it's going well.
We can't leave a single one alive.
Besides, think of it this way. Everyone tries to do the best that they can in that game. You're just offering your audience a new perspective that they wouldn't have seen otherwise. And a unique perspective at that.
Nice try.
Well, at least this Akashic is a gentleman. I'm in a corner. Oh. Help. I'm in a corner. Ow. Late on the fantastic in there, but that's okay. That's so cool. What a cool parry attack, dude. That's so neat. Ah, tried to do it again. I get it this time. There we go. There's the level. Gets us up to 47.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalamil and see how the others fared.
Off we go. Looks no worse for wear.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubo, Sir Clive has returned.
Hi, Clive.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. root and branch.
Are we not calling him
Let me down.
Lord Underhill anymore?
Lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory
Gotta
is
capture her
ours.
work. Nice.
We bloody did it.
We saved Dalamil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize.
No.
After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry. We only hope that you can forgive us.
Nope.
We need you, Lubor. Dalamil needs you.
Nope.
So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
Nope.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalimil twice over.
I see.
All right.
But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start.
Fair.
Unity is the key to defending Dalamil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalamil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
I'm going to require 40 tier 3 subs every month.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil, as you always have.
Condition accepted.
Hmm.
Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat?
Yes, here you go. A dunce cap.
How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalamil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
Lubo, about the children.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility.
Thanks.
I would sooner face another horde of Akashics
Same.
than see them brought up as outlaws.
After I was, after the day I had today, I was not sure. Yeah, cheers, Chelsea. I appreciate it.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
Dope. Well, that's Dalamil done and dusted. Hmm. Nice. Got a signboard. Breath of Light for Impulse. Reduces cooldown for them. Impulse. Impulse is a pretty good attack. All right. I think we gotta go to Tabard now. Is that the last one that's here? Tabor? 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 There's two things here. Table.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Oh, this is Joshua's side quest.
You found a letter from Father? Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
My beloved sons, I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you. Your father.
An inheritance?
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of? His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the Blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
Is it machinations? I've always heard it as machinations. Machinations. I suppose that sounds better.
That those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains. And she has come bearing gifts.
Gifts?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it, at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Yes, we shall. Up top. Okay.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you.
Same.
I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields.
Hello.
Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more. What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
So we gotta get some gemstones.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it.
Of course.
It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see.
Nice.
You at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
Well.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Off we go. Let's go.
Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
True. True. Okay. We will head to Titan's Wake, but there is another side quest to pick up here, and we are going to pick it up.
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
I don't.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation.
We'll loot
He
again.
sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may
We were
have
supposed to be
some
hunting this
connection
circle
to the
down.
Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima. As
We know
its
that
god.
already. Tomes told us.
By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far yet it seemed only right to for as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickelberg was its name.
Okay.
It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes.
Okay. Did we see Mickelberg before?
If this new filth really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the third.
Yeah, let's not think too heavy about that.
Shall we?
Let's fast travel here. Let's go beat that Griffin up first, and we actually have a couple of things that we need to do in the Waloed anyway, so we'll finish the side quest on Storm first, and then we'll head to Ash.
Ready, go? Run like the wind. Eyes peeled, Joshua.
It does feel weird not fighting with Jill. Like, I get why, but...
There it is. For House Rossfield.
Where do you think you're going? Kingslayer, huh? And was their dad really gonna be strong enough to fight this thing? think that finishes it off. Goodbye. There's the Heartstone.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
It'd be pretty messed up if it wasn't, I'll be honest with you. Find us. Ooh, wait, what? Lord Cyril. Acolyte stationed across Valistea reported a curious change in the primeval structures we have come to refer to as monoliths, following the fall of Drake's tail and the change in the skies. Allow me to present the preliminary findings of our archaeologists' investigations into those monoliths most near at hand. We were able to visually confirm the activation of the structure in the northern regions of the Velcroy. Excuse me. When a sandstorm forced our temporary retreat, we will make a second attempt when the wind drops. In Dracos Deep, our team was able to make direct contact with the monolith. However, no further change was observed upon touching its surface, nor upon dealing it several stout blows with both fist and blade. Whatever the purpose of its activation, it would appear that to be other than that of the defensive echoes we have encountered among previous relics of the fallen and their predecessors. We shall continue our investigations both of the monoliths proper and of any historical writings that might refer to them, and inform your lordship forthwith should they produce any discoveries of note. May the Phoenix's flame burn ever in your heart, Tomaj.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Oh, it had two. Nice. How convenient.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame, it is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
Damn.
The Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
The Founder's Grasp. If this isn't... Why can't I fast travel? Wow, it isn't like a ton better. It's only got more HP. 3 less defense. I mean, we're still gonna wear it.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Should we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril.
A helmet?
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Oh, Hawk Cry Cliff, that's not going to be here. Ew. Alright, I guess. That's a hell of a walk. Wait, what? There's an area back there.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. We've overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right.
The flower from his meeting with Dion.
It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
Except for that time where I was like murdering people, but let's not worry about
We all
that.
have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
No ghost.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Wong. That was a good side quest. Rusted battle helm goes in my chambers. I'm confused. Was he not? Was he not already? I mean, thank you. Okay. Anyway, so obviously there's a lot of side quests to do in Waloed, but we're gonna go back and wrap a couple of them up back at the hideaway. And it looks like there's actually another one to start. And I bet you one of them is Jill. And there's another side quest at the table where this is never going to end.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution, and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Perhaps.
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. Yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. she had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new
Wow.
moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
Of course. Of course. Is that a now thing? Of course. Okay.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is...
Figure ultra good to see you. Welcome on in.
Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. Two such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends? I can't stand the man.
I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Tri-Unity. Rutherford, Mike Will.
Oh my gosh.
Well, my boy, the stage is set.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive.
A
want you to
throwback.
keep the signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
To the bedchambers. Nice. Ooh. Heaven's Cloud cooldown. Let's go.
What do you think that?
All right. There was one more side quest, two more side quests to start here. Because they never end. But this is the one to finish.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
Listen. The fact that we get to choose this, I'm just going to be honest with you. He was given specific rules, right? The rules were to get up there, not be seen, or right? And he dispatched all the guards, right? Not get captured, get the ledger, and bring it back. Make a distraction, and the distraction was Clive fighting the Wyvern. I say he passes.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conk and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
No, it would not.
One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know.
He'll figure it out.
And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off.
Darn.
Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
It was pretty entertaining.
Things really do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Sick. That's that quest done. Looks like we've got some more renown to get a reward here, so may as well take a look. There are hunts here now. I just realized that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Genji gloves. If the drunken galley captain I shared a table with last night is to be believed, word of your exploits have made its way across the seas to the great continent. What is more, she claims there are those who would see you flourish, herself being such one such woman. Gareth. Genji gloves.
You earned this. All done?
Take a look at the Genji gloves. I imagine it's here. Nope. It's an accessory. Just a flat 5% damage increase. That seems pretty strong. That seems pretty strong. I'm gonna go ahead and just put that on. 5% damage increase is pretty good. We'll take that. We'll take that. All right, let's check the hunt board really quick. See how many hunts are here. Hello, Nectar. Fuck's sake, there's 2. The Grim Reaper is in Cape Orseri in Sambrec. And the Knight of the Splendent Heart is in the Penitence Gate in Sambrec as well. 2 A rank hunts. Okay.
Sid, I wanted you to know. I will be taking personal responsibility for Ember's combat training. And I will not let you down.
It is a lot. Yeah. Seems like they're tying up a lot of loose ends. We mentioned it before, so I won't beat a dead horse here, but like the pacing in this is it was a little poorly done at the end here. This could have been spread out a little bit better.
You all right?
Now Gav has a side quest too.
No more than usual. It's just Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
Are you falling in love?
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Get Mid to help you. Why do I have to do this?
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm, but not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo.
I have one of those.
There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway.
Well, I guess ours is white, huh?
They're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That or the bird whose arse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive.
We're never gonna make it back to Waloed. Oh, lordy. Oh my god, look at all these letters, dude. A fine hound. The two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime now, but there's still a lot you have to learn about that hound of yours. Aye, he'd step in front of a bloody, raging behemoth if it meant protecting you. But that don't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants someone to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a few handful of Koopa nuts. You'd do good to remember that. Karen. Treasure hunt. What? You didn't think I were just saying this stuff about hiding my engine, did you? Wouldn't you know I've already a fine spot picked out and everything. But if you're going on this grand adventure, you'll need to be quick about your business with that ruddy god of yours. Take too long and somebody more clever than you might beat you to the prize. I suppose in that case I could bury you one of my lesser inventions. Goddess knows I've countless. Isabel. That which conquers all. Here, not long removed from when you placed yourself between us and peril. I sit and pen yet another letter in which I try to find the words to somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph. Where in the past we leaned ever so heavily upon your good graces, this time we found strength elsewhere, in ourselves. Our hardship has shown us that which should have been apparent all along. We are not as different as we want to believe. Does a peasant love his homeland any less than a noble? Does a bearer love his family any less than another man does his own? It is this love that has united us and given us true strength. Should every thrall, Akashic, bandit, and brigand in the realm come charging our gates, we will not fret, we will not falter, we will fight, and we will win. A new day. I'm not so foolish to believe that a single shaming at the hands of the town urchins can dispel a lifetime of hatred built up in one's heart, just as a pot cannot be made clean by reminding it of his grime. It takes effort, persistence, and more often than not, a stiff brush and a bucket of lye. But more than that, it takes time. Fortunately, your courage and leadership has granted us just that. We must now decide whether to embrace it or not, or embrace or waste it. A wise man once said the night is always darkest before dawn. It is a good thing that I count one who burns so bright amongst my friends. Lubor. Concern for Jill. Though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we did not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction, before we depart for the skies. I would speak on this more in private.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
The wages of fate. You remember what you told me that night at Phoenix Gate? That while the fate of Rosaria sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominant sits upon yours. But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield. Now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted? What Sid wanted? To cast aside fate and forge our own paths. Grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. Joshua. Damn. 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 Alrighty, folks. That's where we're going to call it for tonight. I am tired. I know this was a bit of a shorter stream. I appreciate y'all being patient with me, being a little bit late today. Appreciate y'all hanging out. YouTube, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Looks like we're going to have at least one more day of side quest. And maybe even another stream, because we still haven't done any of the monoliths yet, or the chronoliths yet. So we still got a lot of content left in Final Fantasy 16, and I plan to drain out every single ounce. But if you haven't already, make sure you like the video, comment, and subscribe for more Final Fantasy 16 content. Thank you so much for being here, and as always, we'll see you in the next one, YouTube. Have a great night. Bye!